Alright, well, I'm not going for perfect here, but I did sand these down to get a little bit of a better fit on it. Probably see better with light. Just hit them with the DA real quick, some 80 grit, and then cleaned them. And then I hit this with the Cheek Poker 2000. Got most of it out. We got new gaskets for everywhere, so I should seal it pretty nice. This is a fairly rusty unit underneath here on the exhaust. Maybe like they went on, I don't know. Just never took it through a car wash or something, because the rest of the car is not rusty at all under here. I mean, surface rust, normal stuff, like, you know. Ooh, there's a bushing out right there. Is there a bushing out here? Bushing's out over there too. All right, well, something I have to think about, whether we want to fix that or not. Anyway, no rust, you know, rusting through or out. So I think it's just maybe road stuff. Anyway, we got the motor in. I haven't put the motor mount bolts on. Cleaned up under here a little bit. It was super oily, but transmission went in really nice. I just put it in neutral and wiggle jiggled it around and jacked it up. I cleaned this out. Did swap out that bushing, so that should fix our shifter being loosey-goosey. Had to take this off, so I ended up cleaning it so that I could tap that out with a punch. It looks like they have replaced this because it looks kind of new. Yeah, the other side got sprayed with the silver paint. I don't know what they were doing, marking, previous mechanic marking what he did or something. But anyway, we got gotta go get some oil and filter and put the exhaust on, and that'll be underneath done. Exhaust and motor mount, sorry, underneath done really. And we'll put the intake and all the stuff on. We are getting super close. This is, you know, hours worth of work. Take time, 2 hours with a couple beers. So we should be good. Anyway, I'll pick her up on the first start. All right, well, I think we got everything buttoned up. We're gonna try a new start, try a startup. Had a little bit of problems there. Tried to start it up and check the spark with the inline sparker, and she was glowing, the green one there. And then I thought, well, it's got to be fuel, so I had my wife spray brake cleaner in the doodle, and it hit. So then I went to look at the fuel, and I'm like, well, those fuel lines, I thought I put them on right, but I think I got them on backwards. So when I routed them like that, it made more sense, because the return line, if you see on the bottom, goes with the, the vent line goes with the return line, kind of paired, and then the filter comes out of there and goes to the top. So we switched those around, and it hit and started up pretty nicely, and it sounded nice and tight. So I'm gonna let that fuel that sprayed all over everything evaporate, and then we're gonna start it up again and let it break in. Right on, man. All right, well, we're gonna do some rear suspension on this. One more thing after this will be the air conditioner pump compressor. It hasn't come in yet. It might come in today though, I don't know. Anyway, the rear suspension is the next spot, and as you can see, we've got some issues. These guys, a little bit harder, but you can see they're touching here, so that bushing is completely shot. We'll have to evaluate these lower bushings when we get it out, but I think they look okay on both sides. But the uppers are just done, and then this guy's the same way. And then the kit that I got came with these end links for the same price as the kits that went out, so those are shot anyway, so yeah, we'll replace those. I'll show you the new pieces. I got it from TRQ. It was a kit, like $118. All new bushings and angles, so we'll they're all sealed. Anyway, you just take old stuff off, put new stuff on. Hopefully stuff comes loose and we're able to get stuff out. I'm worried about these bushings. That one looks like it's cracked there, but the rest of it's good. And then these bushings here we'll evaluate when we pull it out. But other than that, brake pads look good. These look like they were recently replaced, just the surface rust from it sitting, from when it broke on the fella. I know this is a common thing where you take silicone and shove it in the gaps in those to stiffen up the rear end. I think he was trying to fix these that he didn't realize, but I don't know if these bushings are bad or not, but well, it looks like they're good. When you look from the back side, you can kind of see they're in good shape, so no cracking. I think they just tried to stiffen it up with the silicone. I know that's a common hack. So anyway, we'll get to tearing stuff apart and keep you up to date. I said, well, that escalated. Had the plasma cut, tried sawzalling these out, tried cutting them out with a grinder, but these were froze inside the ring. Had to plasma cut these out, plasma cut this out, plasma cut this one out, and then I had to get this bushing out because I had melted it, but it was frozen anyway. Here's what it looks like. The bolt was just frozen there, and so I'm gonna have to get this bushing. So I'm gonna go see if they're sold in pairs or individuals, because this one was good, had no problems with it. So and it's still good around here. So if they're sold in pairs, I'll pull that one out. If they're sold in singles, I just put that one in, and then we'll put all this back together. I had to order these bolts from Subaru because nobody had them locally. So I'm gonna put regular bolts in there for right now, just to move it in the driveway. And then when I get the Subaru ones, I'll just swap them out. Should be okay. Yeah, there's little bolts and stuff I just did. I was whacking and cutting and pulling and banging and just all kinds of stuff. Here's the pieces that came out. You can see they're rock solid in there. Even when I'm whacking them, you can barely see they're there, but that's from me pounding on them. Weirdly enough, the top ones came out fine, so it must have been just the bottom from whatever salt was on the road. We'll have to get some new bolts for the top there. And what was it? Yeah, these guys are on the top. The bottom bolts are okay. So because of the adjusters. Yeah, get some new bolts and stuff Tuesday. Anyhow, it's ready to go back together. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. I got to check on that, the status of these. So move forward. I thought I'd let you know those things were rusty. And somebody had stripped this bolt out, the one that was here. Had stripped it off, trying to get it off, and they said, and then they just didn't do any of them. That's probably why the back end wasn't ever touched. These are all they look like pretty factory stuff. You can see it doesn't look like they've come out before. So, anyhow. I also had to cut the bolts off of the sway bar, the end links. All four of those were done. And inside they're supposed to have an Allen wrench, which they did, but they were so rusty that I couldn't get an Allen wrench in, and the one that I did, it just stripped it right out, so I had to cut those off too. Well, anyway, this turned into a all-day sucker instead of a couple-hour deal. I thought I'd let you know. Be prepared for that. They didn't even look rusty on the outside, to be honest with you. They looked like they'd come off, but it was the cylinder to bolt, or the spacer to bolt, that was rusted, not the actual nut or bolt. So yeah, there you go. All right, well, we've been poking along on stuff. Turned into quite a mess. Had to plasma cut some bolts out and then go to Subaru and get the new ones. But got all the parts in, and I realized two things that might be helpful. One, I got this in backwards, so I have to swap left to right. This part, this part is supposed to be over here. So I'll have to take these back out, but to get them in and out, I used my great big wrench, which my buddy bought for me as a joke. And because they're twisted like this, kind of at an angle to keep pressure on, you can see if you look up there, you can see that it's kind of not parallel, and that's by design. So you use the big wrench and hook it on here and bend it a little bit and tap it in. It works out fine. But we'll have to swap those out. Other than that, sanded this down, put some barbecue paint on it, just because it was super rusty. Got the end links in and everything, and it's ready to go back down on the ground. But like I said, I got to swap these out. I'll put the jack underneath, tighten everything up under proper load kind of geometry, and then it's time to do the air conditioner because that compressor came in. So we're gonna try and get this guy finished up in the next hour or so, mechanically, and then we're gonna look at cleaning up the exterior, make her shine. All right, well, we took the car for a ride, And we had a little bit of grinding going on here and here. Kind of see where it was hitting. We fixed that. Rear suspension felt really nice. Unfortunately, we realized that the front suspension was just as bad. Couldn't see it. I looked at it visually. You know, when you look at it from the side, it feels like a thing, but that is that thing was just done. This lower ball joint seems okay. Can't feel any any shaking or anything. This one is stiff, but it's scrapey, so it's got the boot's compromised, and it's got the so we're doing both of those. This guy was done also, as you can see. Well, I beat it to death, so it's a little stiffer than it was, but it was flopping in there, causing some rattling. And it only took about 3 hours to pound that son gun out of there with the old heat and chisel, and just beating it to death. But I think we got her ready for the new ones in. I got to clean that up a good bit. You can see how rusty it was in there. But basically the solution was I narrowed my chisel out a little bit and was able to get in there and push it out. So unfortunately, we compromised that boot. Sorry. So I got a boot kit to redo that. That's unfortunate, but yeah, a couple more suspension parts on the front and bring it around to really nice riding. The drive was smooth, had good power. Transmission, I'm sorry, the clutch and everything worked nicely. I've got an ABS light, which might be something related to how rusty these were, and there's, you know, I don't know, we'll have to inspect that. And a check engine light come on, which I'm going to assume is oxygen sensor related. Usually when cars sit, a little moisture on there, and so we'll pull the codes when we get her up and running again, just to make sure. But I'm going to try and get this guy up for sale today, so get this front end reassembled and move on. Alright, I wanted to do a video of car starting and running because I realized I didn't do that yet, and then also the AC running. So, I gotta push the clutch in. Duh. Smooth. That's a cold start, so going good. I like it. It's very quiet. The exhaust parts that we put on. Yeah. She's a nice one. I know you can't see cold air blowing, but let's see if I can. Yeah, it's already starting to chill. Yeah, anyway, well, she's ready to go up for sale now, and I wanted to make sure you could see that. Right on. Alright, well, she's up for sale. We'll see how we do. All new fronts, well, not all for the front, tie rod ends, ball joint on the front, all the suspension put on the back, lower control arms, bushings, all that silliness. We got her cleaned up, put a little bit of a polish on her, and got the inside all wiped down and cleaned up. So we'll see how we do, but this is gonna be it for this one. I might let you know how much we got for it, but we're shooting for just a little bit more than we put into it, so trying to be as fair as we can, whoever the next guy is or person is to get it. But she's we're done with this guy. It was fun. Hey guys, don't forget to stop by the shop and at www.bertsfordfactory.com. Pick up some merch. These are the two shirts that we have available, the red Ranchero and the yellow truck. And of course, you know, it just helps us build cooler stuff and have fun. Thanks guys.